What's up, everybody? At round two. I clicked too fast. Um, I yell at everybody around me when they click too fast on the computer. And I was a victim of it just now. Never click your computer too fast because all of a sudden it gets mad. So I had to close my Chrome out and start over again. So yeah, what's up? All right, well, we got our normal crew. Katie, what's up? Sheila Ross, our NASA connection. What's up there? Nancy from Tybee. What's up, Mary? Cape Canaveral, Breaker. What's up, Jim? We got sound now. Cool, man. All right, we'll let Facebook do its thing. We'll say hi to Louie real quick. The little one's sleeping on Sarah. I'm not going to bother him, but we did name him. In case you missed it. It was the most liked photo I've ever had. I think we had 12,000 likes. So we'll show you that. But this is Louie. It's Hurricane Louie, the original storm chaser. He loves his little brother. Right? All right. See you later. See. Bye-bye. Yeah, what's up, Coneheads? Hey, Aaron. Yeah, listen. Well, yeah, I don't mind the haters at all. I thought that was a very important post for me to post yesterday. It'll remind people to not take my actions seriously, and it was a disclaimer in case I get sued or something. All right, well, we got our Coneheads. Good morning, everybody. Let's start it out with some Absolute Florida Pink Flamingo vodka from ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. That would be amazing. Just looking at that bottle excites me. Oh man, too early in the morning though. I'm still sucking on coffee. We got our Louis cup. So, yep, the new dog's Hunter, by the way. Let's show that real quick. So, big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Locally here in Florida, 123 plus stores, I believe now, and they love us here at Mike's Weather Page, and this is their second year sponsoring. So, thank you. Let's go to let's show everybody our official name here. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Here he is. All right. So there's our little guy. So we officially named him Hunter. The girls actually had 100% to do with it. I had nothing to do with it at all. I wanted Chase, and I wanted Lefty, and but then it started growing on me, Hunter. And Emily picked out his first collar was camo, so she thought it was cool. So I got my Hurricane Hunter little thing I showed yesterday and put it next to him. So he's Hurricane Hunter. So there you go. So yeah, I don't know. I think Facebook's having an issue. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Hold on. I think our internet's hiccuping. All right, we're back. Hold on. Let me type in here. Internet is sucky. That's weird. Okay, hang on. Checking out my internet connection here. Now I'm green again. Am I back? Nope, now I'm red. Golly darn it. I'm buffering. Maybe I have a troll buffering me. I wonder why. Internet here. Bright House, help me. I'm buffering bad. I am buffering bad. Buffer. Buffer alert. How can I get this fixed? Well, this sucks. Good thing there's no tropics. Well, maybe I'm all right. I don't know. I can check on my end. Let me see. I was waiting for a nice green connection on my OBS studio here, and it doesn't appear that it wants to cooperate. But we got green now. That wasn't my end, man. Now we're solid green again. So, wow. Okay, maybe we're better now. Okay, we're better now. I did lose everybody. That was two strikes. We maybe it wasn't me the first time. Maybe the internet was acting up. I got a troll. They're outside of my house right now cutting my internet line. They're out there right now digging around, cutting my coax. Somebody's mad. So, all right. Well, let's see. I think we're good. We were restarted. Everything's good. Everybody come back. But tropics, okay. Well, let's do this real quick before anybody gets mad and leaves. There's nothing to talk about tropics. Good news, right? Laura, yeah, I'll be giving medical advice here in a little bit. No nude pictures sent to me, please. I don't want to get in trouble. So, all right, I think we have solid green now, so that's good. All right, we're going to talk tropics real quick. I think everybody should be good now. Yeah, that was a Facebook thing. Nationwide, Facebook just went off. Now they're back. So it should be better. I'm streaming solid now. I'm watching it on my end. I believe there's going to be a little bit of buffer. I'm behind on comments. I'm looking at Hunter still. So we'll be good. All right. Well, the chats might be off a little bit. But anyway, buffering is the new bingo word of the day. Yes. Good thing this never happened during a hurricane, right? So let me do a quick refresh on my end here on my phone, and then we'll go rolling. There we go. So we're a little behind it. It's good now. So all right, let's talk about the weather in case we got anybody on there. So the big news of the day is this: dust. And here's the current satellite this morning. So everywhere I look on Twitter, there's not a lot of weather to talk about because everybody's talking about the dust. So the dust, this is the big news maker, and we got some cool graphics we can show you. This is very normal. As a matter of fact, well, all my browsers closed. Darn it. There was an article almost to the day. This is it right here. I found it. All right. So this is 2019. All right. So this was on the Weather Channel 2019.
Anytime you have a tropical depression.
And it was on June. When did they post this one? This was on June 20th, 2019. So a year ago this week, basically, they were talking about dust. So there you go. Our buddy Shay Gibson talks about the tongue of the Sahara Desert. So the dust is very normal. Happens a lot early in the season. They're just talking about it a lot on the news. So that's that. Got a cool model map here. We can take a look at it. Going into the weekend here, we can take a look at the dust forecast from NASA here, and we can show you what they're talking about, basically. So we get this big plume of dust currently. That's current right now, and this is what it's going to look like going into tomorrow. We got it starting to hit the Caribbean. This is the upper atmosphere dust spinning in. So you can see why Shay calls it the tongue of the Sahara, because it looks like a big tongue coming out of Africa. So here's where it comes. So this is going into, let's see here. We'll go a couple days in. So there we go. So this is, what day? 7 days out. So this is early next week. We're going to start to see, the dust actually come into the Gulf of Mexico and into Texas. Can you believe it? So, pretty interesting to say the least. We'll have this African dust traveled all the way across the Atlantic and ended up into Texas this weekend or early next week. So what that means is a couple things. We're going to have hazy skies a little bit drier conditions. Some of it can actually cause respiratory issues, especially down the Caribbean. They're used to this kind of stuff. But it's normal. It comes from Africa. It blows across the Atlantic, and sometimes it makes its way into the southern United States, which it is first part of next week. So you'll be seeing a lot about it. It's not anything about the future of hurricanes. It has nothing to do with predicting hurricanes. It's very normal. And I was going to show one more graphic here. It's very normal. Here's a good one. This is another one I just added yesterday on Fox, my Fox hurricane, showing the dust. So it's yeah, I don't know how far the chats are back, but yeah, just play Kansas, dust in the wind, and there you go. So what it can do in the tropics, which is cool, is it actually chokes the hurricane season a little bit, because it brings in drier air to the middle atmosphere and takes away that humidity that tropical systems need. So we get a little brief choking of the tropics, and you can kind of just see generally where the dust is at here, and just kills any type of convection out there in the Atlantic. So we've had storms actually penetrate through the dust. It's not a guarantee that it's going to kill hurricanes. This time of season, we don't even look out here. So not a big deal. Just a big story maker right now. We do have another wave coming off of Africa. A couple little waves down here in the Caribbean, the lower Antilles, into Venezuela and Aruba. They're going to get a little bit of rains, welcoming rains. So that's out of the tropic. I actually had some people email me from the Antilles asking what the weather was like. So I showed them, and it's nothing. We go to weathernerds.org here, and we can take a quick look, animated motion. So that wave down there is pretty healthy, coming off Africa, but they usually dry up the more they go down into the Atlantic. They come off pretty low this time of year. Low riders. Sometimes they'll stick. You know, we saw one a few days ago here, and by middle Atlantic, it started getting into that heavy shear. Got torn apart. So one of these little waves right here, you know, another one, you know, it was highlighted by the NHC, but so that's, you know, we'll keep an eye on it, but models aren't showing any development with this wave yet. So another thing, yeah, hey Sheila. So the big chitter chatter on Saharan dust is we could get brighter sunsets in the morning and or sunrises and sunsets. So, but you got to have clouds too. I remember these big dust events in years past, and all we had was a big hazy sunset, where it's kind of like you're living on Mars. So unless you have clouds, you might just have a hazy sunset and be very disappointed. But it will you know, bring drier conditions long range into early next week. So let's talk about the short-term weather. So tropics, nothing on the horizon. You know, we're in this negative MJO state. Long range European ensembles showing Zippo. If you go out 10 days, you know, your normal area here picking up activity on the Pacific side, but 10 days from now, not even one lone ranger in the tropics. So pretty typical. Into June, very slow. Things really look like they could pick up in July as our season starts juicing up a little bit. So anyway, long range tropics, nothing yet. That's good news, right? Weather-wise, today, Florida, lower Florida, we got increased chances for storms later tonight, afternoonish. So the thunderstorms are back for Florida. Rain maps are not looking like very juicy for Carolinas, which is good. We talked about that. Finally disappeared, and the big rains are gone. Oh man, what's up with that? I thought I fixed that link. Darn it. I guess I did not fix my link yet. So anyway, see what you guys are saying. Hey Bob. I'm a meteorologist. Why is this not up? Darn it, I thought I uploaded this thing this morning. Let me see. Let's see here. Default. Let me upload my page here real quick because I had a bad link today. They changed the radar link on me, so I had to update the new radar link. So I don't know how long it's going to take to update. So try one more time. There we go. Cool. All right, so here's current radar. Look at that. Finally seeing sunshine in Carolina. Pembroke Pines, got a little bit coming. Yeah, look at that. South Florida definitely juicing up. So here's current radar. You know, we got that upper low still spinning, which I'll show. Pretty neat. Get a little rain off Savannah. But, you know, I-4 south today, expected to get some rain all the way through Friday. So that's the big weather story for Florida. Definitely we got a flood watch in effect here for parts of the Florida East Coast. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. So we got a flood watch up till tomorrow night, Friday night. This is through to Friday night. So basically Sebastian down to Jupiter. Yeehaw Junction. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, the dust has always been there. It seems like early in the season it's always dusty. It's just part of it. Casper, yeah, the main line's a little low right now, so we're not getting those African storms sticking. But anyway, that's the flood watch up. There, you know, storm potential is not showing anything the next couple of days. That's good. Pretty boring. We got a little storm outlook tomorrow into Texas, mainly wind and hail. No tornado activity, so that's good. The jet stream's not dipping down enough to worry about. Here's your Florida radar. A lot of people chiming in. We got some storms coming across southern Florida already. This is really going to get juiced up today. I think the rain chances down south are pretty high. In fact, Miami, I thought I saw 80%, a couple spots. So let's see here what they got showed today. 60%. Naples, I think, was 70-80%. But there's that. Hey, Misha. Yeah. I'm glitching. Yeah, I know, Cindy. I think the internet's being a little stubborn today. Here's your water temps. Let's see, 85 hanging on there. Pretty good. I'm just kind of doing my thinking out loud now just to refresh my brain on what's going on in the weather world. Here's our tropical waves. So Casper mentioned the ITCZ line. That's your intertropic convergence zone. That's basically the clashing of the northern southern hemisphere winds and the monsoon trough here. This usually lifts up a little bit more to the north. And when it does, these systems have a better chance of breaking off. Right now they're traveling pretty low down there. And you can see this on the windy site, which I love, the Knoll School site. You can actually see the line here. This is where the winds clash from the north and the south. And what we would get normally, which is fascinating, we would get winds from the north, winds from the south, and actually like a little top. You would get these mid-level vorticities coming in off of Africa, and they would eventually reach down to the surface. And these actual winds here from the convergence zone, we have south winds clash with north winds, and that actually creates a spinning top. So there, yeah, I'm a doctor, Sheila. Yep, don't forget. No, I was very honest. She might be mad at me, but I was very honest with my post. I want people to know not to make
You've got mail.
Decisions based on what I do. So, all right. So what's up? Point State Louie. Hunter's doing great, Debbie. Thank you. He's I showed him this morning. Maybe we can grab him here before the end. Let's look at some long range weather. So the weather pattern is this, just real quick in a nutshell. So we have 3 days weather. So this is kind of what's happening. Well, let me show you the upper level low real quick. This is really cool. So that upper level low is still spinning away. Let's take a look at that because it's still fascinating to look at. So this has kind of been the weather maker the whole week so far, and you can still see it spinning up here. Currently, it's still kind of hovering over the Carolinas, believe it or not. Let me get the images low. There we go. So there we go. You know, they're spinning, kind of getting into Virginia now, but this is a big upper level low. We call it a land cane here on Mike's weather page. Yeah, no, the comments everything's all screwed up. We had a little hiccup in the delay. But if I start it and restart it, then you guys have to come back in, and it's a big mess. So today will be a little unorganized. But anyway, here's that upper level low. And then we got a front coming. Eventually this front's coming. It's going to push it on out of here. You can see the moisture starting to build in South Florida today. So as this upper level low goes up, the dry air that it was kicking in is starting to be eroded here. Now we're starting to get this southern moisture coming up from the Caribbean into South Florida. So this is going to hang around a couple days. South Florida rain chances are definitely coming up. And again, everybody's talking about Central Florida southward. By the weekend, we're going to start to get a high pressure system actually start to build here across the south, and rain chances are going to start to decrease here. Pretty much everybody from Texas to Florida to maybe even the Carolinas. We get a high pressure locked in through the weekend, which is good news. So high pressure is going to kind of dominate. Southern rain chances are always going to be there, but for the most part, most people in the southeast are going to get very little rain through the weekend. My rain chances here at Tampa are 20-30%. So, high pressure dominates. South Florida chances are there, lower than normal probably, as high pressure comes in. So that's the short-term weather. And then early next week, we're going to have this big dust plume come into the Gulf, and that's going to help dry things out too. So we were looking at Texas moisture last couple days. We were looking at possibility of some Gulf juice coming up early in the week. So let's take a look at that chances. So your weekend rains, again, very light. This is all through the weekend stuff. So high pressure across the southeast, helping keep things dry. There's a little bit of moisture wrapping around the backside of it. That's what they do. And so you still, we still have midweek Texas action. That's been showing up the last couple of days. So everybody in Texas wants rain, but it looks like middle week we could get a little rain chances there. So there's a chance still middle week Texas could get some rain. So that's our Texas friends. We talk about Texas. Don't mess with Texas. God bless Texas. Hey, Ronald, you're welcome. Got a little messed up today, but usually we're pretty good. Here's your Texas rains through the week. So look at that. We could get some big rain. Ooh, look at that. That's next week. So there could be some big rains next week for Texas. So that if you guys, one thing cool about these shows, it's a show, TV show. We kind of get a look ahead, and it's fun to see the weather patterns, and it's fun to see consistency day to day. And this high pressure that we're seeing over Florida first part of the week, it's going to help start spinning in moisture up into Texas. And so it does look like Texas could get some big rains. Look at that. Holy cow. That's through next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, basically. That's a lot of rain. It's a lot of rain. Let's do 5-day rain so I don't get sidetracked into what could look at 5. It's pretty hefty rains there for Texas. So and no, I didn't break up. No, that was a joke because my internet was breaking up. Let's see. Conehead Strong. What's up? Spinach. SPINNAGE. What's up, Larry? Yep, that's right. So there you go. Texas rains. That's good. Tropics are slow. What else we got we can talk about? Another good shot. We'll leave that one up here. That's kind of like that's my big viewing audience right here. Pretty much. That's a great map. That covers the tropics pretty well. England. What's up, Alexis? Holy cow. No breaking up, Ann. Promise. I love it. I'll be doing this till I'm old and gray. I'm already gray. England. Did you say England? Wow. England. That's awesome. Here's another good shot. Look at this. You can really see the dust coming in off of Africa. Look at that. Poof. Look at that sucker. So it's already starting to reach the Caribbean, but the big plume right behind it. Like I said, it's very normal. A lot of hype about it right now, but it's very normal. this time of year. So, hey, Winnie, Tennessee rains. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. No big weather. You got a front coming through now this week. We can kind of get a sense. There's a front. We got a big upper level low up here in Canada, keeping all the stormy stuff kind of neutral down south. So we don't have any big dip in the jet stream or anything like that. We got this front coming that's going to push this other upper level low out. This is tomorrow. But that high pressure builds in, and so things are pretty dry up to midweek for everybody. And then we start to get a little more juice midweek. So Tennessee pretty dry up till midweek. And then your chances come back. Here's a front. So it looks like Thursday next week, Tennessee, your best chances of rain. And here's that rain coming up to Texas. Look at that. So that's the weather thing I need to talk about today is the midweek Texas rains coming. So I believe you heard it here first. All right, so what's cooking? North Carolina, you're drying out. That's good news. Miami storms. Yeah, they're talking about it a lot on Twitter. South Florida storms. NWS Miami is a good site. I obviously watch all of them, but they were already showing. Right now, they got a marine warning out already. But here we go. So here's your map today they put out for South Florida. Strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, of course, they're Miami. It stops here, but this is going to extend northward. This is in Miami weather. So that's, today. We can look at some high-resolution radar outlooks, but let's see what else we're talking about. So, Miami. Let's go back to Twitter in general and see. There was an earthquake, by the way. New Zealand. That just happened right before I went live. But now they're saying there's no tsunami threat. That was 45 minutes ago. So 11 minutes ago, no tsunami threat. 7.4 earthquake in New Zealand. No tsunami threat so far. So I keep seeing a lot of stuff talking about this right here. This one is Tropics Watch. I think he follows me. Let me see. I follow them. They don't follow me. But this is a graphic I see a lot being posted. This is the heat potential map. Doesn't mean much except definitely more fuel for storms. So overall, the heat content in the ocean is hotter than normal, or hotter than other years that were active. So they compare this season a lot to 2005 as far as everything goes. He was just comparing 2017 till now in the amount of ocean heat content. So it doesn't guarantee you're going to get any storms or anything. It just means that if we were to get a storm, it would have more energy to build on. So that's just, some of the long range stuff they're talking about. Doesn't guarantee we're going to have any worse storms or not. Let's see if there's anything else real quick. Oh, look at these little guys. Iguanas. Iguana warning. Remember the Miami iguana warning? All right, so there's another map on the water vapor we just showed, actually. Still dipping south. So here's summer. Oh, this is a long range map. Summer breakdown. What the hell? They can't predict 3 days out, let alone 3 months. So, hey Cindy, yeah, are you talking about Florida? Yeah, let's talk about let's show the short range. So yeah, definitely the next 2 days, if you're in Florida anyway, we're gonna have definite higher rain chances the farther south you go, and they're gonna start letting up over the weekend. And definitely first part of the week as high pressure comes in. So the next couple days, we got to worry about storms developing down south. here they are. Just a pretty heavy concentration today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So look at that. We just got, we're on the bottom side of the high pressure in that convergence. It's going to start popping these storms later this afternoon, and they're not going to move much. And then by tonight, so this is 6 o'clock tonight. Pretty heavy I-4 south. And then tomorrow they come back round 2. So here's tomorrow afternoon. So the next 2 days, normal afternoon stuff. Increased chances. Things slow down for the weekend, luckily. So there you go. Pretty simple. That's it. Dust. We have dust, and we have this blob out here in the Atlantic, but nothing showing up on maps to worry about. So just a big old gnarly African blob coming off the coast and riding pretty low. These little low riders have a hard time sometimes. So anyway, yeah, dew points are high. Casper, good point. Yep, it's juicy down there. So it's all right. I guess I could show Hunter. Sarah, hey. Sarah puts her damn headphones on and she can't hear me. Let me go get him. Where's Hunter? You got Hunter? Where's he at? He's sleeping. Oh, nice. All right, here he comes. Here he comes. So here's Hunter. He was sleeping. There's our boy. We got him a name tag. So here's our boy, Hunter. He's adapting very well. Big yawn. He's not that big, by the way. He looks big right here, but he's actually really small. So he's a good boy. And we got Louie down here. We can put him side by side. Come here, Louie. Come on, buddy. Let's show everybody that you and your brother get along really good. Oh, shit. Almost took out my damn banner. There we go. There's the boys. Say hi. Louie and Hunter, ready for the season. They're twinsies. They're conjoined. What do you think, boys? All right, go play. They get along good. So he's getting bigger, Whitney. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's that big. Well, Louie was 5 pounds at 10 weeks. So this one's now 9 weeks, and we don't know what he is. He was 2.5 pounds. Hey, Jose, what's up? Basically, the storm pattern for Florida has a lot to do with that upper level low to the north, and that controls the flow of storms. So let me show you. Where can we go? Let's go to Weather Nerds, just because we like Levi and we like Weather Nerds. So we could do it on the water vapor loop. But there's that upper level low spinning, and upper level low pressure systems spin counterclockwise. So we have this upper level low spinning. So basically, it's pushing pushing our storms from west to east. That's kind of the flow right now. You can kind of see it for sure on the upper level winds. So we're just getting that's the upper level wind pattern right now is and they're going to be slow moving today, but it's it's pretty cool to watch. We can really zoom in, see some more coolness. Let's go right here. We'll go southeast, and we can look at. It's a cool one. I like this new one here. It's kind of neat. I don't even know which. It's going to load 10 megabytes. That's kind of neat. That's a new infrared CO2 long wave, they call it. But you can see the storms popping up, the dry air. But there's the flow. The flow. Remember Flo from Mel's Diner? Yeah, let's look it up. We always do a YouTube thing. Wasn't there a sitcom? Yeah, remember that? Alice, that's right. I think her name was Flo. It's pretty funny. I remember watching this.
We have been cutting our pies into 6 pieces.
So you got to admit it. You watched it too, right? I guarantee it. My chat's like a minute behind, so.
8 pieces.
But there's Flo. I think her name was Flo. Oh, no, I ain't breaking up. That was the internet was breaking up. Sheila, that would be funny. Doctor of Meteorologist. I think that's a real word now. Meteorologist. Social meteorologist. Here we go. Oh, somebody actually made a Facebook page. Social meteorologist. Oh. Huh. I don't even know what they're selling. That's a real word. I thought I made it up. All right, here's another one. Here's another social meteorologist. Huh. Social meteorology. There we go. There's a good one. The hype around bogus weather. Look at this. This is us. Wouldn't it be funny if they linked us? Fake. Social meteorology. The hype around bogus weather forecasts on social media. So that's what they call it. Social meteorology. So let's see if they talk about social media alarmists, the armchair weatherologist. That's funny. But they have to worry about stuff like that because you get bad forecast. That's funny. All right. Before I pull up something I'm not supposed to pull up. Jim, yeah, what's up? Radar. Well, it's definitely gonna get juicier today across the south. More storms are gonna be popping up. So, good news is we have no storms on the horizon for the east. We have no flooding. I don't believe. Nope, just slight marginal stuff. So at least all that big heavy duty rain in Carolinas is gone. I posted this earlier. I like this QPF page, by the way. If you go to the QPF page, you can look at day 1 rain. And usually when it says 12Z to 12Z tomorrow, this is the 24-hour rain estimates for 24-hour period. And you can pretty much see I-4 south storms. And if you go to day 2, almost the same pattern. See day 2. Day 3 starts to lighten up a little bit. Day 4 really lightens up a lot. Day 5 really lightens up a lot. Day 6. So then here's 7. Here's that Texas blob coming up midweek next week. So that's the storyline. There. So yeah, I got a Cat 5 going to hit me. I got Irma. And I always pick Irma in the nose. Look, watch. All right, what else? Let's see. Try to keep about an hour long. Oh, by the way, I was gonna put my plea out to Big Storm Brewing to get back with me on our beer. It's beer season. Anybody knows anybody there? They've reached out to me. We just got to get the ball rolling here. We want to make the second batch of our IPA. I have to show you. We had a cool logo. Actually sold out. Here it is. It was Drunk Donkey Tropical IPA. Look at that. That was the coolest logo, man. Look at that. So we did have a beer. Now I just need a bigger brewer that can distribute it. Because ABC probably, hopefully, would stock it. They kind of hint to me they would. That would be awesome in Florida. So any brewers out there that have distribution and you sell to ABC, email and we can get something rolling, man. So, yeah. So there's that. All right, well, there you go. So weather, pretty boring right now. There's really not a lot to talk about. Just the dust. You're going to hear a lot about the dust coming in. nothing to worry about. So we'll see what tomorrow's weather brings. Well, the only thing that possibly could be on the tropics could be this wave way out here, but very unlikely. It's sitting right below a huge Sal outbreak currently, and that usually gets ingested into the system. So there it is. So it's riding, and see, there's a big old plume right above it. Bam! So that's pretty low rider. It's below 10 degrees. Usually those don't ever have a chance. So, hey Jennifer, nope, never worry about it. Yeah, I do too, Whitney. I need more coffee. More coffee. All right, well that's cool. I appreciate you guys sticking me out. And Jennifer, we can always use beer for our hurricane kits. It wasn't a bad review, Kyle, at all. It wasn't bad. I was very, I never called her out or anything. It's just somebody left a negative review, which somebody emailed me. I love the reviews. I don't even realize them half the time. I got to go click a certain area. But anyway, somebody sent me an image. Somebody just gave us a bad review. So I needed to clarify that I'm not a scientist and don't make personal decisions based on my actions. So that gets me out of trouble, right? So it was more just having a little fun and being. So this, she said, I'm not forecasting weather. I'm supporting and promoting a non-scientifically based behavior that may lead to illness. Mike is perceived and thought of as a scientist. This is unacceptable because people may make decisions about COVID-19 based on his behaviors that are dangerous to their health and life. So I just followed up and said, please do not make personal decisions based on my actions. That's all. Because it's a disclaimer, man. If I had an attorney friend, they would tell me to do that. So I was just being safe. Oh, then they deleted it, Whitney. It was deleted. But the screenshot was not. And that was what somebody emailed me, was the actual picture that I reposted, because when I shared the review, when the review was deleted, so was my share. So what's up, Aaron? Yeah, I remember the Budweiser when they owned SeaWorld. I love SeaWorld when it was more Budweiser owned. I loved when they transitioned to night and they used to put on like tropical music. I love the shows. I remember they had the horses there. It was more Florida feeling. Spelling class. Yeah, she deleted it, Jennifer. Yeah, it's cool. Well, and I know it triggered it because I put a post that we were playing softball, and it, that was, I was thinking more, but Madeira Beach Parks Department follows our page a lot, and I was just thanking them that they allowed us to have our girls play softball. That's all. And that was it. So no, Aaron, they didn't censor me. I think they just, when she deleted the review, it deleted Jim Cantori. No, Cantori loves us. He'll there's Cantori now. Speaking of the devil, he follows us. See, look, follows me. See, so that's pretty cool, right? Jim talking about NASCAR. What did they do? NASCAR did something. I don't know what they're doing. He just rule changes. Drafting. I don't know. Oh, maybe they just did a segment on Weather Channel about drafting. I don't know. He just shared something about NASCAR. Here's a cool little graphic again showing the storm threats down in Florida today. Flooding